In an illuminated arena, visions of beauty and power unfold. Have you ever found yourself admiring the elegance of horses in a performance? The soft lights reflect upon their lustrous coats, creating an almost magical spectacle. Each smooth, synchronized movement is worthy of applause, as a silence charged with anticipation hangs in the air. But what if I told you that behind every majestic gesture lies a secret, an invisible burden that many refuse to see? What presents itself as a dance is, for some, a perilous game of control and subordination. As the performance advances, one cannot escape the strange sensation that persistently infiltrates. The gazes of the crowds fixate on the graceful forms. Yet, curiously, no one noticed until the sound of the hooves became a whisper of pain. Moments of perfect rhythm and harmony intertwine with the idea that not all that glitters is gold. I promise that, by the end, you will discover the truth behind this dance and how control disguised as freedom can transform into cruel vengeance. Who is truly dancing? Is it the horse, supposedly enjoying the spectacle, or is it the trainer, molding every step? The answer hidden beneath the shining surface may be more unsettling than imagined. Throughout this journey, you will be invited to look beyond the aesthetics. To what extent does this beauty merely reflect our desire to control, to dominate? This is not just a dance. It is an invitation to reflection. Follow me, because every step we take together on this journey will reveal not only the art of dressage, but what it truly means to trust and respect such a majestic being. What lies behind the curtain of the spectacle? Prepare to discover. The practice of horse training dates back centuries, entwined with the very history of humanity. From ancient nomadic peoples who used these magnificent animals as hunting companions, to modern arenas where they have transformed into stars under the spotlights, the relationship between humans and horses has always been marked by a fascinating complexity. The passion for equine beauty often overshadows its origin. Did you know that these interactions have shaped not only riding traditions, but also human culture and behavior concerning these sensitive beings? Methods of subjugation, which might now appear anachronistic, initially arose in response to practical imperatives for survival, be it for riding, transport, or even agriculture. Yet, as humanity advanced, the imperative for control became deeply entrenched in our collective consciousness. For many, the act of training a horse evolved into a testament to skill and a display of power. However, what unfolds in this spectacle transcends mere training evolution. It is an enduring echo of a past that has defied the erosion of time. Antiquated practices of domination, once thought to have receded with the advance of knowledge and empathy, are now re-emerging, veiled in the guise of modernization. Evolution has not eradicated these underlying realities. Rather, it has often merely reclothed them in new terminologies and techniques that continue to perpetuate. Our accumulated understanding of control's essence continues to shape present-day performances, where aesthetic appeal is often erroneously conflated with true freedom. A horse may indeed be dancing, but what truly transpires within its psyche? What lies concealed beneath the polished surface of the spectacle? As we redefine our roles as custodians, trainers, and admirers, we are compelled to critically examine the true occurrences within these arenas. The dazzling lights and fervent applause from the audience can readily obfuscate the frequently overlooked reality. The palpable tension detectable in contracted muscles, the anxiety mirrored in their gazes. How many of us genuinely contemplate the emotional state of these horses as we applaud their performances? This critical introspection marks the seminal step toward refining our relationship with these magnificent creatures. Therefore, this journey to comprehend the horses' dance transcends mere aesthetic appreciation. It is a profound call to reimagine our intrinsic connection with them. The inherent beauty of their movement must be intrinsically coupled with a moral responsibility. What then are we truly celebrating as we revel in this elaborate dance? The spectacle, or the hidden sacrifice it might entail? Let us delve deeper and uncover how the echoes of the past can illuminate our future alongside these majestic creatures. What you are about to witness will undeniably transform your perception. Many are under the impression that modern equine training is synonymous with compassion and animal welfare. This, however, is but a half-truth. Behind the trainer's amiable facade and the audience's delighted expressions lies a narrative of silent subjugation, one that subtly pervades the apparent harmony. For numerous individuals, the act of training a horse signifies the forging of a profound connection. But what if this perceived connection is, in reality, merely a meticulously cultivated illusion? What transpires when we look beyond mere aesthetics? What unfolds in the arena is the manifestation of meticulous, conscious effort. Horses performing with impeccable alignment, every stride precisely calibrated. Yet, upon scrutinizing this practice, one discerns a more sinister truth concealed beneath this apparent harmony. What occurs when the inherent desire to perform, to please, is incited by a system that unequivocally demands obedience? This constitutes a pivotal error, one that could prove profoundly costly, not solely for the equines, but for all of us who perpetuate the misguided belief that training is, by its very nature, benevolent. Should one pause to observe, it becomes evident that horses are often motivated more by apprehension than by genuine volition. The semblance of contentment, the elegant dance, may well be a mere reflex of coercive conditioning, rather than a testament to an authentic emotional bond. Has this possibility ever crossed your mind? The inherent conflict between innate freedom and imposed coercion thus widens into an unbridgeable chasm of understanding between humanity and these sentient beings. A meticulously trained equine may present as hale and content, yet its reactions could fundamentally stem from an imperative for survival. The insistent pressure of a spur, the tautness of the reins, or the sheer weight of audience expectations can etch profound, indelible marks that transcend the superficiality of the skin. The silent lexicon of unheard cries may resonate visibly in their eyes, even as many deliberately avert their gaze. This is the outcome when the very essence of the horse is willfully disregarded. This fundamental error in perspective, to conflate rigorous training with unequivocal well-being, is not merely a misconception, it constitutes an emotional snare. What an enthusiastic audience so readily applauds may, in fact, signify the suppression of inherent natural instincts and the coercion of a being born to live unconstrained. The time has come to critically re-evaluate this pervasive perception. To what extent are we prepared to confront the intricate, often discomforting truth that lies cloaked beneath the veneer of brilliance? This endeavor is undeniably challenging, for it demands from us an unwavering commitment to ethics and responsibility that transcends mere applause and fleeting acclamations. Prepare to ask yourselves, what, truly, constitutes training? Is it a profound journey of empathy, or merely a deceptive facade concealing our own avarice? What is truly at stake extends far beyond the visible realm. It is an intricate interplay of power, trust, and profound vulnerability. Are you prepared to scrutinize this more closely? The subsequent phase of this journey is precisely where genuine transformation commences. What hangs in the balance within this spectacle of training is not merely the equine's performance. It represents a profound interrogation into the very nature of liberty, respect, and the authentic interspecies relationship. For too long, the prevailing paradigm of training has been predicated on techniques prioritizing tangible outcomes, often to the detriment of these animals' profound emotional connection and genuine welfare. It's a curious paradox. In our earnest endeavors to achieve compliance or impress, we frequently overlook the inherent sentience of a living creature, endowed with its own distinct emotions and volitions. Can you recall the last instance you experienced an intuitive connection with your horse? That singular moment when you sensed an undeniable synchronicity, as though you both inhabited a world uniquely your own. Such a bond transcends mere dominance or uncertainty. It is intrinsically woven from mutual trust. As quintessential herd animals, horses are inherently social beings. Their instinctive reliance on their leaders is profound, and should this trust ever be compromised, the ramifications can prove catastrophic, not solely for the horses themselves, but for any individual aspiring to a truly healthy interaction. Now, envision a horse subjected to a stringent training regimen. While it may conform out of fear or ingrained conditioning, its very heart and mind intrinsically yearn for liberation. The often disregarded truth is that genuine collaboration emanates from empowerment rather than mere domination. Have you ever contemplated how such a dynamic might manifest? What transformation would occur if, rather than exerting pressure, we instead provided a secure environment conducive to each horse's individual growth and authentic expression? Among the most enduring myths prevalent within the equestrian community is the conviction that a horse only accords respect to those who impose rigid mandates, when in actuality, their primary response is to the energetic cues they perceive. A horse that perceives itself as respected and secure will, by its very nature, become more receptive. Its movements then transform from mere performance into an authentic expression of its core essence. And that, my friend, is an experience truly beyond description. In analyzing these behavioral patterns, a crucial introspection arises. How do you genuinely perceive your horse? Are the interactions you share founded upon coercion or genuine connection? The candid answer may well precipitate a profound paradigm shift in your engagement. Your horse's welfare ought not to be merely an item on a checklist, but rather an ethical and emotional imperative we embrace with profound gratitude. This realization ushers us to a pivotal juncture. Even a subtle recalibration in our perception of equestrian training can unveil the profound magic of an authentic partnership. The emotional tapestry inherent in a horse is both rich and intricate. Scholars in animal psychology unequivocally illustrate that horses possess distinct memories, a broad spectrum of emotions, and, indeed, can even experience trauma. Each individual carries a unique narrative, and it behooves us to attune ourselves to and profoundly respect these stories. As this profound understanding integrates into your journey, begin to envision a world where horses dance not merely in response to forced obedience, but as a pure manifestation of joy and freedom. Are you prepared to be a catalyst for this transformation? Each step in this direction signifies not only your evolution as a caregiver, but also inaugurates a new chapter in the human-equine relationship. By the culmination of this journey, you will not merely be a spectator, but an agent of change. Everything we comprehend about horses can be rewritten, but this necessitates an unwavering commitment to empathy and genuine connection. Ultimately, your vision may serve as the guiding light illuminating the path to a new era of partnership, where horses and humans move forward in a trajectory of trust, respect, and freedom. What you choose to undertake with this newfound knowledge can determine not only the caliber of your relationship, but also the future of these magnificent beings. It is time to transition from theory to practice, from control to compassion. Let us collectively acknowledge the inherent beauty residing in freedom. As we contemplate the essence of true horsemanship, a fundamental question emerges. What does it genuinely signify to cultivate a safe and respectful environment for horses? For many, this journey commences with the realization that horsemanship should not be an act of domination, but rather a process of reciprocal learning. This approach not only enriches the rider's experience, but also profoundly transforms the horse's life, as they become an indispensable component of this dialogue. Envision yourself meticulously studying your horse's body language, discerning every nuance of their gestures and expressions. Have you ever pondered what they might be striving to communicate? A subtle flick of an ear might signify discomfort or interest. The manner in which they position their hooves can signal either confidence or apprehension. Every minute detail serves as a clue to their emotional state. When you acquire the ability to interpret these messages, respect transmutes into a bridge connecting you and your horse. It is within this sphere of understanding that a genuine partnership blossoms. Should we observe horses within a herd, we will perceive them as beings who flourish in the embrace of community. While they possess their social hierarchies, ultimately, it is the emotional connection that reinforces the bonds among them. This constitutes a vital lesson we must integrate into our relationship with our own horses. Instead of a hierarchy of force, we can cultivate an environment where trust prevails. This is reflected in every daily interaction, from the simple act of leading them to the stable to the moments of riding. But what if you encounter a reactive horse, one that appears insecure, that hesitates when confronted with new challenges? Instead of applying pressure, how can we help build the requisite trust? At times, what these animals require is time and patience, a safe space to err and learn. By allowing a horse to explore its environment, to make its own choices, and to confront its insecurities, you are not merely respecting its freedom, but also empowering it. This transforms each session not into a chore, but into an opportunity for mutual growth. Observe how the horse transforms when it perceives you not as an adversary, but as an ally. It is a magic that unfolds before our eyes, a learning process that flows in both directions. Horses that feel secure begin to open up, to reveal their true essence, and become protagonists of their own dances. It is a transformation not only for them, but for you as well. We are at a pivotal moment, where this novel understanding of horsemanship can proliferate, like a sound echoing through the mountain ranges. By embarking on this journey of love and compassion, you position yourself at the heart of this revolution. What was once a dance of domination transforms into a celebration of mutual respect. This invitation to genuine connection is not merely a proposition for the lives of horses, but a paradigm for all relationships we cultivate. What you choose to do from this point forward can impact not only your relationship with your horse, but also the legacy you bequeath to future generations. Are you prepared to take this step? The path to true liberation commences now. As you embark on this journey of profound transformation, it is essential to reflect upon the narratives that have shaped your relationship with horses. Do you recall the initial moment you first beheld a horse? The potent energy of this magnificent creature, the innate beauty of its nature, and the graceful way it moved indelibly marked something within you. This admirable creature caused your heart to quicken its pace. However, over time, what commenced as admiration may have been distorted by the pressures of performance and external expectations. How can you reclaim that pristine essence? Fostering an environment where trust reigns supreme is an ongoing process. It commences with self-care and self-understanding, as you must be grounded before you can impart this stability to your horse. By acknowledging your own emotions and insecurities, you create an opening for your horse to express itself as well. The practice of mindfulness can be a potent tool on this journey. Learning to be present in the moment, observing your horse without judgment, can exert a profound influence on this relationship. Have you ever envisioned walking alongside your horse, unhurriedly, simply exploring nature together? Each step represents a new discovery, not merely of the surrounding environment, but also a profound immersion into your companion's psyche. It is in this state of presence that true magic unfolds. You begin to discern the subtle cues of comfort and discomfort that previously went unnoticed. The pricked ears, the movement of the tail, the way he positions himself near you, all of this conveys a narrative that you can begin to comprehend. Sometimes, all a horse requires is a silent moment, where he is not asked to perform, but is permitted simply to be. It is within this sphere of freedom that he can unburden himself and reveal his vulnerability. Have you ever attempted to simply sit beside your horse, allowing him to acclimate to your presence? This time may seem unassuming, but it is frequently in this silence that the most profound communication transpires. By fostering conditions for your horse to feel at ease, you lay a foundation for trust to flourish. As you cultivate this new dynamic, remember that patience is an indispensable virtue. Significant transformations do not happen overnight. At times, your horse may regress, and it is fundamental to maintain equanimity and compassion. Every minor advancement should be celebrated. Every achievement ought to be regarded as a stride towards deeper comprehension. This new approach is not merely an equine conditioning strategy. It is a paradigm shift. When horses feel cherished and esteemed, they thrive in ways you never envisioned. They become not just compliant creatures, but loyal companions poised to dance alongside you through life. This journey of reciprocal empowerment not only fortifies your bond, but also reverberates throughout the broader equestrian community, fostering a collective consciousness regarding equine well-being and liberty. Ready or not, this reality stands before you, a personal invitation to commit to a novel paradigm. By reaffirming your dedication to empathy, understanding, and connection, you can transform not only your horse's life, but the very culture of equestrian training. Your decisions in this pivotal moment have the potential to profoundly influence the lives of many others, both human and equine. Embracing this change demands courage, yet it offers unparalleled rewards. Together, we can not only dance but forge a future where liberty and respect walk hand in hand. And this odyssey commences now, within you. As you embark upon this nascent chapter, you may begin to feel the gravity of the responsibility inherent in such a transformation. It is not merely a matter of personal evolution. It is a clarion call to become an advocate for equine freedom in a world that frequently prioritizes performance over intrinsic well-being. This is a potent moment, yet it necessitates the fortitude to challenge established norms. Envision yourself in an arena, encircled by spectators anticipating the fulfillment of traditional training expectations. And now, visualize yourself opting for something different. Instead of compelling your horse to perform yet another exercise, you invite them to explore their own rhythm, their own choices. You become a facilitator, not a dominator. This choice may elicit perplexity or even disappointment from some accustomed to structured demonstrations, but you understand you're progressing towards something far more profound. When a horse, rather than being directed, feels at liberty to express themselves, they shine in a manner that transcends audience expectations. The subtle moments when your horse hesitates, observes, sense their surroundings. These are the hallmarks of a being that feels unconstrained. And this, without question, is the veritable triumph. You realize you are cultivating a hallowed space that, while perhaps not garnering immediate applause, will yield enduring rewards and profound depth to your relationship. Remember that transformation is a gradual process. It is entirely normal to encounter undulations on this journey. There will be days when your horse may seem reactive or aloof, and in such instances, you are called upon to exercise empathy and patience. Provide them with a safe and nurturing environment, and first, remember to grant yourself the latitude to falter, grow, and relearn. Resilience will become your steadfast ally, and with it, you will unearth new strata of understanding between you. Ultimately, The authentic synergy between you and your horse blossoms into an expression of freedom and reverence. Every shared stride resonates at the profoundest levels of the soul. This transcends mere exercise. It's about a profound realization that all beings merit the space to embody their authentic selves. You have chosen to be an integral part of this paradigm shift, not solely for your own benefit, but for the global future of equine welfare. The lingering question is, how will you sustain this trajectory? The journey is far from its culmination, yet a world steeped in empathy and genuine partnership awaits. May each day be a testament to this nascent reality, a commitment not merely to equines, but to the very essence of liberty itself. Now, with an unreserved heart, you are poised to embark on the next stages. In this nascent chapter, your journey transmutes into a clarion call to action. You discern that authentic transformation is not solely personal, but profoundly communal. By disseminating your experiences, you do not assume the mantle of an expert, but rather that of a fellow sojourner seeking genuine rapport with equines. Your narratives, replete with vicissitudes, resonate deeply with others equally prepared for change. You orchestrate informal gatherings where individuals can immerse themselves in this novel approach to horsemanship, emphasizing empathy and autonomy. Throughout these convocations, you witness the unfolding of a profound enchantment. Equines previously diffident or apprehensive now gravitate closer, exploring an arena where trust is assiduously fostered. You observe these creatures becoming more authentically expressive and vibrant, articulating their emotions uninhibitedly. At each assembly, novel bonds coalesce among participants, forging a supportive nexus where reciprocal learning flourishes. This community burgeons, cultivating an environment where the intrinsic value of horses transcends mere utility. Exchanges of insights concerning equine comprehension and mutual respect become increasingly prevalent. You reconnect with the fundamental essence of the human-equine relationship, comprehending that every interaction presents a felicitous opportunity for reciprocal edification. The cultivation of patience becomes paramount, as does the acknowledgement of mutual vulnerabilities. In time, you come to realize that this novel approach transcends mere training methodology, becoming a legacy destined to shape future equine custodians. What began as a personal journey now blossoms into a broader movement, where all are invited to reimagine their relationship with these magnificent creatures. As awareness of equine well-being proliferates, it becomes unequivocally clear that freedom and respect are, and forever should be, the bedrock of human-equine interaction. You then ponder, how do you wish your contribution to this legacy to be remembered? The enchantment of freedom and respect commences here, with you, in every shared stride. Now, a fresh imperative manifests: how to consolidate this paradigm shift and disseminate a deeper comprehension of this evolving equine relationship. You begin to meticulously plan a community-wide event, where narratives of transformation and enlightenment can be shared amidst an atmosphere of jubilation. Envision a sun-drenched day, resounding with mirth and the gentle sounds of equines, where horses and humans interact in serene harmony. You invite distinguished experts to discourse on equine behavior and orchestrate practical workshops, where attendees can experientially grasp the profound significance of empathy and respect. Children engage playfully with the horses, adults exchange insights, and serendipitous encounters enchant all present. Throughout the event, you discern the singular essence of that moment. The expressions of awe and astonishment on the participants' faces mirror a genuine paradigm shift. The message you are disseminating proliferates. Horses are not merely beasts of burden, but sentient companions with profound feelings and intrinsic needs. By the culmination of this endeavor, you feel your mission is indeed materializing. Freedom and respect, the cornerstones of your movement, forge a novel culture surrounding equine well-being. The revolution you initiated transcends merely yourself and your horse. It encompasses all beings who will partake in this intricate dance of empathy and partnership. You recognize that every incremental stride towards this novel perspective represents a triumph, and collectively, you possess the inherent potential to reshape the future of human-equine relations.